Evan, how we doing? Can you let me know if you can hear me? This is the first time I think I've done this on the mobile stream, at least. Audio 8 out of 10, sounds good. Oh, let me try this. Good as it gets without mic, sounds good. Yeah, we'll have to play around with this a little bit, see how it goes. I don't know, I've been struggling for the last half hour trying to get it to actually on the windshield. Treatment for snow with traction control, that's right. We haven't had a snow stream in a while. Now this log can get pretty bumpy, so we'll see how it goes. How about the fan? I got the heater on in the machine, but I don't want it to be loud. This thing's right over the dashboard, so the defroster might be kind of loud. Let me know if it's loud. I can turn it down or something. Can't hear it at all. That's good. Oh, I wish I could see the chat. It disappears. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, there we go. Well, I figure this is a nice way to spend the next 12 hours, right? Is this a commercial gig or for yourself? This is a commercial gig. Not a bad unit, but it's nice to be running a brand new machine. Mr. Sean Shottle, how we doing? Paid promotion. I'm still waiting for my skid steer operator to come back. We have a, here, let me see if I can pivot the machine so we can see it. Yeah, there we go. Right to the right of the truck. We got, I have a skid steer operator here with me who, he comes around and he'll pull out all these tight spaces. I can't back drag in this machine, so he'll do all the the tedious stuff, and I get to just do the fun, right? How's the visual? Is it really shaky? I was trying to find a way to actually get it so it wasn't too bad. No envy is right. I'm at the mercy of the contractor I'm working for. If he wants me here for 25 hours, I'll be here for 25 hours. It's tough to balance this in a full-time job. I don't do this all the time. But, you know, it helps pay the bills, right? Very similar to Cody's, that's good. I hope the machine pivoting back and forward doesn't make anyone dizzy. I didn't really think about that since it's an articulating loader. I think a little better. It seems higher def. I do a very good signal here, so that's good. I wasn't sure how it was going to be. I usually just listen to the radio or something when I'm doing this, but I never really paid attention to the actual signal. It looks like I actually have pretty decent signal here. As you guys can see, this has been a slush fest this morning. Let's see. Dig me out when the trucks plow me in. I'll cook for you. Yeah, that would be nice. This machine lives at this facility, so at least for the winter. We have a contract that really can't leave the site unless it has to or something like that. I think within 24 hours of a snowstorm, I believe it has to be on site. Now, are we the only ones experiencing this up here, or is anyone else getting snow today? I hadn't really been paying too much attention to the weather. I actually thought this one was going to be a dud. It looked like this was mostly going to be rain for us, and then all of a sudden it developed into, they're claiming 15 inches of snow, but we'll see. It's supposed to continue most of the night. That's nice. It's actually not too cold here. Still here in the West Coast. How much did you get, Brandon? Degrees for the next 10 days, yeah. Yeah, the snow's been leaving us too. It's been 50 something for a while now, and fairly warm too. And then the temperature slowly dropped, and you know, here we are. Hundred and 8 inches. Wow. No, I did not see that the Sierra Nevada's got 108 inches. That's unbelievable. That wasn't all at once, was it? Is that a season total? Or is that all at once? Oh, it looks like my skid steer operator's back. Over a week, 15-foot cuts. Wow. Snow looks to be slowing way down, which is nice. Hopefully we can get this all scraped off and that's it. Sometimes we can get away with that with these, especially when it's so wet. Over 2 feet a day, wow. Yeah, I've seen some of that stuff they got out in, I believe it's Northern California. Where they've been getting tons of snow, and I see the homes, or at least pictures of the homes, and I just imagine how it's got to be, that's got to be dangerous somehow. I mean, you got nowhere else to go, but that's a lot of snow in those roofs. Mike, how we doing? There we go. Got the skid steer guy here. I'm just happy I can finally do the mobile live stream. I checked this morning and it was nice to see. Never have to truck that snow pile off-site. Not off-site. We actually have a spot here. Sometimes we'll have to transport it. This year we've been pretty good. We haven't had a lot of snow up here, really. Sometimes, here, let me see if I can get a shot of it. So where that snow pile is, I try and stack it as high as I can. If you can see the skid steer next to it, it's probably about 5 to 8 feet over the skid steer. I like to stack it as high as I possibly can, and then we'll continue to pile down, and eventually, if we're getting a lot of snow coming in the next couple days, we'll truck it across site, and there's a dump that we can put it in, and they allow us to do that. It seems to work out pretty well. We can lose a lot of snow over there. Actually, one of my piles is over there. I'll show you guys in a little bit. Watch out for these manholes. We have a row of manholes going right through the site, and they are teeth breakers. Yeah, same here, Mike. We're in our second or third winter as well. It seems like we get a ton of snow and then it melts right off. My wife was looking at her tulips coming up the other day, but I don't know what we're gonna do. Eventually, we're gonna have spring, I guess. Maybe someday. Make a whole snow castle. Those things are iceberg now. I'm sure some people have tried to dig into them a little bit, but they are rock solid. Even moving them with the loaders, that's tough. This is a pretty decent sized loader. You get into those piles, those things are icebergs. Get the chainsaw out, that's right. I like to push into these gently so we don't break the curb. Alright, try and get the rest of this parking lot all done. This isn't even the fun part. You guys gotta wait till you see the fun part. The parking lot's not the big deal, it's the rest of the building. There's trailers everywhere. Real long pushes, I gotta keep my speed up or else the machine these snow drifts will stop the machine dead in its tracks. I work for a contractor. Where we have a machine on site. Why, did they say something to you? No, I think it just melted. Yeah, last time I stacked it back. I pushed it like way back. Because I didn't know, I heard about this kind of in the future as rain, but... I heard this place is shut down now. Is it? Yeah, they're closed to be empty. Really? Yeah, I don't even know why we're here, really. That's surprising. Yeah, have you driven around yet? No. Like, really anything moving around? Really? I didn't hear that at all. Yeah. Yeah, I think they have to because they pretty much signed for the year. Or I don't know how it works, to be honest, but that's good to know. What's that? No. Well, a little bit. I saw that it was supposed to end around 9 o'clock ish. I think it's supposed to slow down around 9. Yeah, it's just a lull. Once the sun goes down and it stops, it cools down, I think it's going to accumulate a lot. It'll definitely be a lot less wet. I don't know. Maybe. I didn't know they shut it down. Maybe we'll be lucky and go somewhere else next year. Right? Yeah, I think we're good to keep stacking right there, though. Just at least this row, and then I'll take the rest down there. You know? Cool. Sorry, gentlemen. Had to talk to the operator here. Where are your bow fangs? I just recently figured out how to actually program those things. I'm trying to use it a little bit more often. Yeah, right. Wish the chats didn't disappear. That's kind of annoying. There we go. Where are you, bow fangs? I wish we had bow fangs. Oh. Could talk about the equipment, pros, cons, blade. What do we have? Loader pro cons, blade pro cons. Yeah. So, little details about this machine. This is a Doosan DL200 loader. I believe it's, I don't know how many horsepower it is. I know it weighs about 27,000 pounds. I am using a ProTech 14-foot push box on it, which seems to work pretty well in like a parking lot application. But the issue when you get into these larger loaders is they have, at least this box has a steel cutting edge on it, so it doesn't scrape that nicely. It does good enough, but it just doesn't really scrape as well as, say, like the skid steer does, because the skid steer has a poly edge on it, so it's essentially rubber, and it scrapes real clean. I mean, you can see a huge difference where I've been and he's been, kind of like right over here. Let me show it to you. This is a section that he just did, where it's completely black. Oh no, Miss Mooney's in the house. When are you coming home? I don't know, we'll see. We will see when we're coming home. What was I saying? So this is a steel cutting edge, and it does good enough, but if it doesn't scrape that well, so you need to get some weight in the box before it actually starts cutting clean, as opposed to the skid steer. But the thing with a poly edge is once you get too much in it, then you start leaving streaks. This will not do that. This can push a iceberg the size of a 18-wheeler. So excuse me, like a tractor, like this one over here on the left, as you see coming up. But it'll push quite a bit of snow. It can pretty much fill the box. Now that's heavy snow too. This thing will push. If you have nice light fluffy snow, it works beautifully. Definitely some cons is that one, it doesn't scrape well, and two, it doesn't scrape well, and two, it's very, what's the word? It's just big. It's a big machine. You can't back drag with it, which is too bad. You need a whole second machine here. I like plowing a loader. It's much more comfortable than a skid steer. I used to run a skid steer with just a normal plow on it that we kind of retrofitted, and it was tough to use because it's like a truck, but it doesn't have the speed. The other issue with a loader is it'll pop one of these curbs out like nothing. So you gotta be really careful getting too close to the edges. Here we go. It'll also toss you around. Let's see, what else? What are you guys seeing here? If I was using that, there would be no asphalt left. Well, some brave souls will use just the bucket. And if you're using just the bucket, that can be pretty dangerous. Not dangerous in a sense of actual danger, but danger in a sense that you could ruin something. Especially asphalt. When it's been so warm like this, you'll peel it up like nothing. Maybe in a little bit I'll take you guys outside. I'll show you what the machine looks like. It's pretty large. You do need a CDL to drive it, on the road at least. What else? Need a CDL to drive it. Transporting can be kind of a pain. It's not too big of a wheel loader, but it is a larger one. It's not a compact. Let's see. Let's see. Are you zoomed all the way out on your phone? I believe so. You know a Matt Mooney. Hey, Mike, I do not know a Matt Mooney. Sorry. Let's see. Am I zoomed all the way out? I should be. Can you? Yeah. Yeah, that's all the way out, guys. I wish I could use the wide angle. This phone's got a wide angle lens. What else can we do here? Share. I am excited that now we can, yeah, YouTube doesn't seem to use the wide angle. That's too bad. That is too bad that we can't do that. Because if I had the wide angle, this thing, you could probably see this entire box. I could move it behind me, but I don't know how much that would help. We can play around with it a bit. I might have to move it anyway at some point to get the phone charging. My cord wasn't long enough. Landscape on the phone instead of portrait. We can try that. I think we can still try that. I was trying to get the most rigid setup I could. That way the loader's pretty smooth on its own. It's not like a skid steer that, you know, really rumbles around and jumps around. Interesting angle, POV, but you couldn't read the chat. Yeah, I still can't read the chat anyway, unfortunately. I can read it as it pops up, but if I'm not paying attention, I'll miss it. You got a lot going on in these machines, especially in the parking lots where you got all these cars everywhere. People love to, especially here, they love to drive up right behind you. I guess I could show everyone the controls as well, if people are interested in that. I can move the phone, you guys can watch me use the stick. If anyone's here. Well, loaders are a little different. They have a, you know, those who don't know, loaders have a steering wheel and one lever to control your arm and bucket. But a skid steer has two joysticks. A little bit more of a workout. When you do a lot like this, do you have a system in mind like mowing, or is it just going at it? It's kind of like mowing. You have to, it's a little, I do have a system in mind, and we also have areas that we typically go. I mean, the parking lot's a little rougher, so I usually do the parking lot itself, but typically what I have to do is start taking snow from down where those cars are, and I need to move it all the way down here into these piles. Especially with snow, they like you to put it in the same spot every time, and you have to start kind of swooping all the snow down to one area, and sometimes it makes a little bit more sense rather than just taking one pass to start backing up and start making rows almost. And like as I'm coming down right now, a second ago you guys watched me just make a row, and now I'm going to drop my box right here and push it into the pile. Same thing with the piles. This is messy work, so you want to get a lot of snow up to the pile and then stack it all at once. The loader's got the power and the traction to do it, as opposed to like a smaller machine or like a pickup that doesn't have the power to really stack a pile. But so now we're taking this whole row I just made, and we're gonna put it right in the woods here, right in the pile. But yeah, you definitely want to. There's some method to the madness, even though it kind of looks like I'm driving around in circles sometimes. Sometimes it feels like you're driving around in circles. But you also don't want to hit the same thing over and over again. You'll save a lot of time if you can be methodical about this. Especially with a push box, because you can't really just blow snow off to the side like you would with like an angling plow. A push box, you have to really kind of swoop in and grab what you can. There we go. Wow, this place, there is nothing on the side there. Well, I'm kind of disappointed. I was seeing 15, or it was 12 to 15 inches of snow I was seeing that we were supposed to get, and we don't have anything anywhere even close to that. You guys are watching me push around lakes. Same thing here. So I usually have my skid steer operator push everything at the base of the pile, and because the skid steer doesn't stack very well, but I like to have him just push everything at the base of the pile here, and then I will come through and round it up, just like this. And then in one move, or a couple moves, I'll push it all up in the pile. It's always a letdown when the storm wimps out on you. Yeah, it seems like every storm we've had, it's really wimped out on us. We haven't had anything good. I haven't even used my snowblower this year at my house. It's too bad. So this is kind of what I was talking about earlier. You want to make a pile like that, almost like a little peninsula, and then I'm going to come around and we'll swoop right into it, stack it up on the pile. Yeah, actually we're going to let the skid steer put his in there. Weatherman has to hype up everything just to get the rest of the media. Can't trust any news. No, you cannot trust any news. Absolutely cannot trust any news. Those guys are hungry. It should be vetted. I don't think it should be the way that they portray the news. Sometimes I don't. It's not right. They blow things out of proportion. They can use it to push agendas. It's unbelievable. So I'm just picking up a row that I made and never actually did. And this is what I was talking about. We're going to take the pile I made, stack it right up. You don't want to do it too often because you run the risk of breaking your curb right at the base. And, well, nobody will like you if you do that. Let's see, what do we got left to pick up? There's no downside to exaggerating for the weatherman, but if he calls not much in the city and gets shut down, people are really yelling at him. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I guess it does make sense to over-exaggerate than under, but we've had our fair share out here this year where, you know, they've called for nothing. I'm amazed at how much this is melting. Now this is a facility for FedEx, and they like to have it clean, which I can imagine. I can imagine why they would want it like that, but you know. Let's see, do we got one more push on the side? We do. Kind of fun to watch the snow go sliding and melt as it comes apart. Yeah. Yeah, especially here, it's just turning into slush. Let's see, where my skid steer guy go? Oh, he's going to the back. All right, let me clean up my streak, and then we'll head in the back. Slush is worse than snow. It makes a mess of everything, and you have to either plow it off or shovel it, or you know, it makes an absolute mess. No matter how much time you spend cleaning slush up, it'll always look terrible after. There we go. Twice as miserable as right. Tyler, how we doing? Squeegee works good for slush. Yes, it does. I didn't even have to brush off my truck when I was coming here. There was nothing on it. Completely, it was just wet. Looked like it's been raining. Speaking of my truck, let me push that off while we're here. I like to park the machine here, but I usually do it at the end, but we're here now. Might as well. Need to rig up a giant squeegee. Oh yeah, I mean that's pretty much what this is. I can take you guys out front. We can take a look at it. It essentially is a giant squeegee. This thing's a giant squeegee with wings on the side. There we go. Skid steer dropped a whole bunch in front again. Every now I'm gonna have to drain my bucket out like I'm gonna do it right now. I bet this thing's full of water. It doesn't look too bad. Alright, shall we head to the back? stopping in to say hi. I'm taking our HIPAA mandatory training. Well, welcome. And I'm sorry to hear that. All right, here we go. Wow, this place is empty. Now, since no one's seen this before, this place is usually packed with trailers everywhere, and there is only a handful of them here. It's all slush. Here we go. Amazing. I don't even think there's anything in my bucket. Our entire push, and that's all we got. Wow. I'm sure you could surf the waves and push in the water. The amount of slush that's just coming out of the sides, unbelievable. You take a turn, you lose everything. Here, I'll show you guys what it looks like in a second. You can see all of the water coming out from that push. Everything. That entire row, everything came out right out of the bucket. So this is more where plowing kind of relates to mowing when it comes to parking lots. You just want to start taking rows one by one. If you could have piles at each side, that would be great. It would be just like mowing, but I only have piles at the far side of this building, so I have to take everything down there. Let's see what we got here. 11, update the people what's going on. Well, gentlemen, we are just plowing some snow. Apparently we have a nor'easter, it's called, which is essentially just a big snowstorm. Or what we thought was going to be a big snowstorm. And it's mostly just rain. So right now we're pushing all of our snow off and running things into the piles. This is what I'll commonly do, is just back up the whole way. It's a lot more efficient rather than turning all the way around. Although I'd love to get a lady and gentleman. Oh, hi, honey. This is what we'll commonly do. The operator will drop piles out of some of the tighter spaces, and I will just come along and push everything into the piles. Such hatred towards women. out. My wife can be pretty supportive. She got me a whole bunch of snacks for this. Without her, I probably wouldn't eat. I should say I probably wouldn't eat well. What do we got now? 12 people. Welcome. Snackage is very important. I got, what do we have? I think we have some seltzer. Some beef jerky, I believe. I think snacks are arguably the most important part of plowing. I mean, you can do this and be miserable if you really want to, but you might as well have some food, right? Let's see, what do we got? What's the best snack while operating? The best snack? Yeah, I'd say jerky is probably the best snack. I really like having some beef jerky. I like to have something to drink. I'm not a big coffee guy while plowing. I don't know why. It'll give me heartburn for some reason. I like to have like a water or some kind of seltzer water, something like that. Not a big coffee guy, unless it's in the morning. I'll drink coffee in the morning. I know guys that would take their boots off while plowing. I've done that before, actually, because my boots get soaked when you're plowing. You only get up for a short amount of times, but your feet just get soaked. It's all water. I actually had to, one time I had to pull out a truck that got stuck here. We have, right here, this is it's called a polar blade. So the trucks drive under that and they scrape all the snow off the roof of it. And it used to be in a really bad spot. So you would have to, if you didn't have enough speed going through that or enough traction, you get stuck halfway through. So they would have me hook up to a truck with a chain and pull them out with the loader, which is always enjoyable. Have to change my socks every 3 to 4 hours. When clearing snow. Yeah, okay. This loader is really very comfortable. It has a nice air ride seat. It's got vents all over the place. I actually have, to be honest, I have most of them closed because it gets too hot in here. I'll usually open the window when I'm plowing if it's drier. It's too wet right now. If I open the window, I'll get soaked. Glad you are finally clearing snow. Jerky, caffeine, and tobacco, the best snacks. Yeah, right? Yeah, Tyler, you saying that? You used to plow during college? What did you used to, what would you run? We got our shovel crew out here as well. Trying to decide if it's a joke or not. Yeah, I did the same thing for a while, Tyler. When I got out of college, I stopped plowing, and I just recently got back into it. I used to run this thing back in college, and I stopped for about a year. I would fill in here and there, but I saw that I could continue doing it, so I jumped back in it. I didn't think I would have the time, but you know, I guess you make the time. Mostly, what we say here, mostly mini payloaders and the big ones. A couple times a 12 to 14 foot plow. Yeah, so that's what this is. This is a I believe it's a 14 foot box. I'd have to check the tag. It's either a 12 or 14 foot box. This one's got the nice, I like the way that this one works. It has adjustable feet on it. They're made of, they're like a rubber foot, essentially. And you can, if you need more scraping power, you can push down on it, and it'll get the edge into the asphalt a little more aggressively. But for the most part, you can just set it down, and it seems to work pretty well. Company called Glacier Snow Management in Fargo, North Dakota. Very nice. North Dakota, you must have seen some real snow up there. We usually have a much snowier year, but this has been a very, I mean, we don't even have anything on the ground, really. Sectional snow plows, yeah. Yeah, this one doesn't have this isn't a sectional plow, this is a sectional edge. So it's a steel edge with a rubber backing, and the entire edge is sectional. So if I were to hit like a manhole or something, it doesn't have to fold the whole edge, it just has to fold a 1 foot section. But it makes it much smoother, and you're a lot less likely to break something. And it's real hard to machine. If you hit something hard, it's really hard to machine. Life-saving is right. I think we were looking for it's not necessarily a sectional snowplow. It has hydraulic edges, so you can angle the entire thing. It's a metal plus, if anyone's ever heard of it. We were looking into one of those for a while. A metal plus would be incredible for one of these. I should be a little more in depth. So a metal plus snowplow, it would essentially replace your bucket, and you mount it with your quick connect on your machine, and you can angle the entire plow, and you can also angle your wings. So if you have it completely open, it can be about, I think it was 16 feet wide with the wings completely open, and you can angle the entire thing. So it works really good. I would like to get into one of those. But the box is nice too. It beats the hell out of being in a skid steer, I'll tell you that. If anyone's ever run a skid steer for, a long period of time, you'll know what I mean. Your legs fall asleep in those things. And you usually have a headache at the end because you're bouncing all around. I used to run it was a Cat 236. I think it was a B2, Cat 236 B2. So it had high flow hydraulics, but it was a single speed. See if we got any water in the bucket now. Nothing in the bucket. All right, let's see if we can get some of this stuff in the side here. This might get a little bumpy. Mike, thank you for being here. Have a good rest of your day. Got a pile back here. This machine gets going pretty fast. It's got 4 gears. It measures it in kilometers per hour for the speed. So it tops out about 40 kilometers an hour. I don't know if somebody can do the conversion on that. I think it's about 25 miles an hour. Something like that. It's pretty quick for a machine like this though. We can usually drive down the road without an issue. Oh, gotta get out of there. There we go. $62.5 miles per hour equals 100. Okay. So let's see. We got 40 kilometers an hour. So I don't know, math on camera. What do we got? I think we're in the 25 range. We're in America, yeah, right. I'm not sure why this machine reads in kilometers an hour. I believe it came from the United States. I don't think it was imported from overseas, at least. Although I don't know how Doosan does it. They might just do it all in kilometers. 24.85, bingo. Nice. Commies. Battle chemist, you need a hunting buddy. What do you hunt, sir? I'm a hunter myself. Yeah, I think I've hunted for the last, well, I've hunted for a long time. I think I've more seriously hunted the last few years. Oh, man, I'm in that rough spot again. Deer, both mules and whitetail. But in Washington, the area has a 3-point restriction. Must have a 3-point at least on one side. Oh, yeah. So you guys do it, so if you have like what we call a 6-point deer, you guys would call that 3-point, correct? From my understanding. Now we call them a 6-point deer 6-point because we count every point on the antler. But I believe you guys call it 3-point if it's our 6-point. Depends. If it's a 3x3, that's a 3-point. If it's 4x2, it's 4. Both are 6-point out for people out east. That's right. Yeah, both would be 6-point out here. We count every point. I'm here in Panama and PA, minimum 3-point on one side, not counting the brow spurs. I got a nice 10-point years ago. That was my first deer, first real deer. That was my first archery buck. I think it was was, I don't know how much he was alive, but when we field dressed him and weighed him, he was about 160 pounds. Field dressed. That was on the butcher scale. I try and hunt as much as I can. I haven't been out in a few years. Or sorry, excuse me. I haven't been out in December. I didn't go out. We didn't have a very good season out here. But any saddle hunters in here? Points depend on the county for some of us. Some have restrictions, some don't. Saddle hunting, yes sir. I saddle hunt myself. Yeah, how's the side? Is it all melting off? Is the side all melted? I saw Dave come through earlier. And he's probably just checking it out. I bet if he weren't here, he probably would have told us to wait. Maybe. I'd imagine. If it even accumulates again. I don't know what the road temp is, but it's gotta be. How warm do you think it is outside? 38? Yeah, it's gotta be 36 or 38. It's warm. I'm not even pushing half this stuff. It's just coming out of the box. Yeah, it's all just lakes. Yeah. No, well, you are right now, but right now you are, yeah. If you pick up your arms a little bit, I think you'll set it on the ground, right? Will it do it, or is the box out? There you go, yeah. I don't know, I guess we'll just keep going. Yeah. Well, the other kid, he would always pick up the front wheels off the ground, and he gets stuck halfway. But he didn't speak English, so I couldn't. I was trying to tell him put all the wheels on the ground. He wouldn't do it. So, all right. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with it. I thought they were saying, like a couple hours ago, they were saying 15 inches. Or 10 inches, I think. 10 to 15. Accumulated or got? I think we probably got. Yeah. I bet, not including the stuff that melted, we probably got like 3 inches. But it accumulated it where at my house for a while. Yeah, yeah, there was a bit. What's that? Grafton. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty, it was accumulating quite a bit, and then it stopped. Or it didn't really stop, it kind of did this, and it was just melting. Yeah, yeah. But, alright. Oh, it's a weird one, gentlemen. Let's see, what are you guys talking about? Sort of
Game units. Seen upwards of 100 deer with not a single buck with more than 2 points. It's beautiful, but frustrating. Also seen monster 2x2s that can't be harvested.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a tough year. It really has for hunting. For a while, I wouldn't really see a whole lot of deer, especially when the season opened. We didn't really see a lot. All the deer were on their summer pattern because it was still so warm. And it eventually transitioned where when it started getting colder and you would see the deer move more, but there wasn't really any shooters. A lot of spike bucks, we call them. And toward the end of the season, we started seeing a little bit more when it got colder, but that's when our gun season opens up. And once our gun season opens, you know, every one of their brothers out in the woods. This area actually kind of abuts a hunting area, and at night you'll see quite a bit of deer out there. At least I've seen quite a bit in the past.
Oh, call single point spikes out here too. I'm hunting modern rifle season also. Before that is muzzleloader, and before that archery. Yeah, I'm a big archery hunter. I hunt with, so in Mass we can hunt with archery for about a month and a half, and then it transitions to the shotgun season. Once we get to the shotgun season, we have to, there's about a 2-week season where you can only hunt with the shotgun. Are we open cab here, Mr. Mooney? No, sir, we are not open cab. That would be a rough situation if we were in an open cab. That would be cold. Better man than I. No, sir, it's the Doosan DL200. It's about a 27,000 pound machine. It's got a 3-yard bucket on the front of it. Yeah, it's not a big loader, but it's not a small loader. Plenty of power. I don't know how many horsepower it is. I know the weight. It's got enough power to be doing what it's doing. What size pusher? This is a 14, I believe. It's either 12 or 14. It's a ProTech with a steel edge. A rubber back steel edge, so it has a rubber brake. Yeah, this might be over sooner than we thought. Great tool, looking good, buddy. Appreciate it. Although I don't mind these smaller storms because I can throw it in the high gear and cruise around. Usually when we have a lot more snow, I have to leave it in second gear or third gear. But then I can put it in fourth for these small ones. And it's an automatic, so it'll shift if it needs more power. Let's see, we got one more side here. All plows are off, huh?
Yeah, it's looking like that might happen here soon. Everything's melting faster than we can push it off. I was just talking to my skid steer operator. He's got, he told me his machine was calling for 36 degrees. Gotta go slow over these manholes or else this box will bite right into them like that. Let's see what you guys are talking about. I don't have much to pull out here. Uh-oh, phone's dying. Let's see, might have to figure out something here. Alright, I think we're changing positions here. Give me a minute. Yeah, we treat with salt after, if needed. Kind of depends. If it's real icy, we'll treat after, but this type of stuff, your ground temperature is so warm, there's no need. I only plowed half this parking lot. It must have been melted. Over by the trailers, I didn't go over there at all. We usually have to push that off. But it completely melted all on its own. That is a moneymaker, that's right. Alright, we're going to try and adjust this phone. You guys down for a sec. Let's see, that might not be the best position. Orientation locked. Let's see, how far can we go with this phone? Welcome back, Overton. I'm trying to sort out my phone situation here. Can't switch to landscape midstream. Alright, that's good to know. Uh-oh. Wish I could charge it up there. That is a better position now. Sorry, bear with me. Charge up there. Let's see. Won't charge up there either. Well, I think that's what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to move it to the side here. So that doesn't interrupt too much. Yeah, that's it. Now we're charging too. What's the word we use? Nothing but the best production. Is that what we say? We're a little off to the side, but I think something's better than nothing, right? Feel free to kill the stream. Haha, you put in the work. And no, I'm good. Oh. we're taking our time out here because this is probably gonna be a long duration storm. All right, where were we? Sorry, gentlemen, I had to open up my snack. Yeah, looks like the snow's picking up now. Good. Oh, we don't know if it'll stick. I mean, I haven't even touched this side yet, and it's completely black. Wow. Nothing. $47,000 people before it starts. Wow. That's unreal. I'm sorry, what was that for? It was for Open AI developer. Wow. People in quotes. How many people are going in here now? Yeah, we had 11. What are you eating? Oh. Oh, hold. Let's see. That is moderator. I'm eating some beef jerky. The ones you got me at the store. That was pretty good. Nothing's pushing snow, eating and streaming, that's right. Now this is the first time I've been able to do a mobile stream. And I'm liking it a lot. I'm not much of an indoor guy, so being able to do this is really nice. They're very good. The beef sticks are very good.
going on here? Oh, who said that? Maui 2. Welcome. Right now we are pushing snow up here in Mass. We're getting what we're calling a nor'easter. It's just if you're not familiar with the term, it's just a big snowstorm. The ground temperature is really warm, so a lot of it's melting off. Street Boy pushing on Insta. Nice to have someone to chat to after 10 hours driving around. Well, that's why I wanted to do it. I wanted to, I mean, you can only listen to so many podcasts. Or like, it's nice being able to chat with people. Not many people will be able to have the opportunity to see how a loader plows, so I figure might as well throw it up there. Unless somebody else is doing this, but I haven't seen anyone doing it. Not with a loader, I mean. What are you operating? It's a Doosan DL200. About a 27,000 pound wheel loader. Makes reloading nicer. Yeah, I'm sure it does. That's something I still want to get into. I've been looking into it. Especially watching your streams, it makes me want to reload even more. Where did my skid steer go? Makes any work nicer. Yes, it does. It's nice having people to chat with. Oh, here he is. Got nothing over here. Love piling while the snow is melting. You have to push extra fast so customers don't question you too much. Yeah, right. I used to plow at this, it was a condo complex, and everyone would come out every single time. Hey, can you do me first? Hey, can you do this? And, you know, after you've been out there for so long, you don't want to, you don't really want to talk to anyone. Anyone, I shouldn't say it like that. You don't really want to talk to anyone who is coming up to you to ask you to do things. You don't want to do it. You just want to do your job and get out of there. So it's definitely, I like doing this though. What do we got? Overton, I'm putting together a shopping cart for the beginner reloaders in the next few days. That would be great, honestly. If you could like put together a cart of the things that you would recommend, because you always mention how there's things that you shouldn't buy the kits, right? Yeah, if you could put together a cart of things that you would recommend, that would be great. Just an essentials list, just so you can get going, you know? Common caliber type things. I'd like to get into reloading 9mm. I know it's cheap, but a lot of my stuff is in 9mm. I think all of my wife's guns are in 9mm, except for one. This is what I'm talking about, pushing slush. This is just a big wave I got going right now. Oh. How's the quality? Is it still looking pretty good? We're on the other side of the building now, so I want to make sure we're still looking decent.
Where are you at? We're in Central Mass now. Big bump too. Yeah, that would be. There's some pretty good ones in here. There's a vault right in the middle of the. There's a vault right in the middle of the parking lot, and if you hit that and you got some good speed, you'll lose some teeth in the steering wheel. .480p, not bad. Put a GoPro on the blade for pushing slush. Looks so cool. Yeah. I was trying to look into it. I guess there's a way you can live stream with a GoPro, and I feel like that would be really good for a machine. I'm not entirely sure how to do it, but I looked into it a little bit. If for something that vibrates so much, it would be pretty useful. Probably not really. You need a gimbal. The image is stabilized. Modern phones is unmatched. I do have to say the cameras on phones have come such a long way. I'm always amazed at the quality of them. Especially, I think this is an iPhone 11 Pro Max, I believe. Yeah, iPhone 11 Pro Max, and I mean that phone. This thing's probably, I don't know, 2 years old at this point, which might as well be 10 years for a phone. And I'm just impressed at how the quality of it. I mean, they're expensive, but they're pretty good. And I know that I think GoPros use the same image stabilization in the actual lens. I believe it has the same idea or technology, but how the actual lens will move. I think that's how the iPhones do it. I'm not entirely sure. I thought I saw something about that back in the day. I got word this place was closed. They must be moving out their trailers. They've only got, I don't know, 15 of them here or something like that. I'd be too scared to put a phone on the blade. I would definitely be scared to put a phone on the blade. Who hates GoPros, Overton? Oh, are you talking about Wrangler? I think I remember him saying that a while ago. That he doesn't like GoPros because they're fisheye or something like that. They do have a weird aspect when you look at them. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they do have a weird aspect if you look at the, oh man. If you look at the actual footage, they're almost seem like they have a fisheye to them. I haven't used a GoPro in a long time. Oh, watch out for the fire pad. Reliability issues in proprietary software for retrieving video. Yeah, that's what I saw you had to do if you wanted to live stream with them. You had to stream through their app, I believe. Which seemed like kind of a pain. Oh, this parking lot is black. Sounds like a nightmare. It does sound like a nightmare. I've used their app once, I think it was. I had it was a GoPro Hero 5 a while ago, and I tried using their software, and it was on their app on their phone, and it was near impossible. I mean, you can do it, but it's another headache you're not looking for. Leave it up to the tech company to come up with the worst way to do things, right? Alright, I gotta find my skid steer operator. Oh yeah, Dirt Monkey used to do that a while ago. Forgot about that. He didn't ever live stream though, did he? Didn't he just he would just record it and post it? There was another guy who I think was from the Northeast. He was a Dirt Ninja. He used to do it a while back. Same thing. He would just record it. Many hours of Dirt Monkey pushing snow. Yeah. Gentlemen, let's hold tight for a second. I'm going to go talk to my skid steer operator. I'll be right back. All right, gentlemen, we are back.
What are we talking about here? Got to rebuild the Gorilla Car and Adventure rig for the kiddos. Should I live stream that? Absolutely, you should. Jason Barr, welcome. Right now, we have what we're calling a nor'easter, and it's all melted as soon as it hits the ground. So we're just hanging out until it accumulates a little bit more. Suboxone for everyone acts. All right. Cool. Well, I'm gonna clean up the piles in the back then. Well, looks like we are hanging around until we either get more snow or we're free to go. I mean, this might be a good time to show you guys what the loader looks like, huh? What did he say? SMH. Yes, we are staying here for a little while. You must work for the state, just sit around idle like, no, even better, we work for FedEx. So. No, for them, it's less expensive to have me here making sure that the road is clean than if somebody were to slip and fall down the stairs or in the parking lot. So they want a nice, clean parking lot at all times. Make sure this place is running all the time. Why don't you just bash them packages like delivery drivers? Yeah, liability insurance, that's exactly it. Well, we might as well take our chance to clean up some of these piles. Push back some stuff. You can pay off a machine like that doing exactly this to avoid one liability claim. Oh, that's exactly right. That is exactly right. Especially if you had it on film. You'd be amazed the amount of people that jump behind this machine while I'm here. Or pull out behind me in a car when I'm backing up. You'd be amazed. Kind of weird because usually when you're on a loader, the way is when you're working with other machines, is the loader always has to run away. That's how you, if you go to like a gravel pit or a place for aggregate, it's always the loader has the right of way. But it's kind of weird because you're driving around and these trucks don't know loader has right of way, so you have to watch out. or as a PM at eDiscovery, so I see that kind of data all the time. Email, text message, social media, that's right. These companies always interpret it slip, trip, falls. That's always their thing. We were convinced that putting on our flashing light draws is stupid. They will drive right around us. Yeah, that's right. They'll drive right around. You put a cone line, they'll go through it. Now, see you later. No one in a car cares about the loader that weighs tens of thousands of pounds moving a pile of snow, slush, ice. That's right. That's right. Nobody cares. It's dangerous. This thing can run over, say, a Honda Civic easily. I mean, if you were trying, you could go right over it. I mean, look at that Tacoma coming right by. It's my box is the length of the truck. Let's get this thing moving. I'm always amazed at how fast this thing can actually go. So this thing will do 40 kilometers an hour, which we determined earlier was about 25 miles an hour. That's pretty fast for a loader. Let's see. That's all clean. Have fun pushing, buddy. Gotta get back on these mowers. Cruise out next week. Have a good one. Thanks for coming. Oh man, prepping mowers for next week, huh? I remember those days. I do. Can't believe spring's already that close. I mean, it is the end of March, right? Spring is definitely here. Our two English Mastiffs are shedding like crazy. Yeah. Well, we got time. We might as well do a keep you on the shots like having a shop buddy. Oh, sounds good. Appreciate it. Oh, I might as well show you guys the loader. We'll start with the inside, and we'll work our way outside. How about that?
Is that something you guys want to see? Why don't you throw me some 7s if that's what you want? Show and tell. All right. Let's see. So here's our kind of the steering wheel. This is what I was talking about earlier. So we have a digital display with forward and reverse, neutral. What else? We have hydraulic ride control right here. So that means when this bucket is on, you'll get a light on the dashboard. See it right here. And that means that as I'm driving down the road, if I were to accelerate, the machine will adjust the cylinder and make my ride smoother. Now you have to turn that off while you're plowing because that will it'll adjust your angle when you're plowing, and you don't want that to affect it. What else? So here are your controls. Back is up, forward is down. If you want to curl your bucket to the left, we'll curl it up. To the right, curl it down or curl it out. What else? Here's your shifter with your 4 gears. So you have forward and reverse. What else? What else we got here? We have a whole array of switches. These are all of our lights. I have them all off right now because it's daytime, but at night it'll throw them all. We have your radio up top. Nice little cup holder. Little pocket, your cooler. So the parking brake on. We'll go outside. I'll show you guys. You gotta put your bucket down. When we go outside, I'll show you guys the actual machine itself. So it's a, I can't really tell you my thing. It's a Doosan DL200. Here's our push box. It's a 14-foot box, I believe. Let's check the tag. Might as well while we're out here. Sorry, it's a 12-foot box. Yeti cooler with plowing in style, that's right. So this is what I was mentioning earlier. We have our bucket, and the actual cutting edge sits inside of these slats, and it's actually chained to their box. So that's how it stays in the front of the machine. It allows me to take it off really quickly if I want to. Same here, we have adjustable feet. You can push down a little harder if you want to. Here's our steel cutting edge. As you can see, it's got a rubber backing. That's what allows it to break. Very nice setup, yeah. Another shot of the side. Yeah, that's really it. It's a big girl. As you can see, it's a pretty large machine. All right, let's get back inside. So the door flips all the way open. We also have a window right here we can open if we'd like. Yeah, that's really it. Got sunshade, mirrors right here. Big strong wife, pull big plow. Tony, welcome, how are you?
I cannot float this bucket, so everything I do here is manual. And it definitely took some time to learn how to learn how to plow in this thing without being able to float the bucket. So this has automatic raise, so I can raise the bucket. I think they call it loading position or something like that. It also has automatic lower, so I can push it all the way forward and it will push the bucket all the way down. Anyone know of a good gimbal, long handle, selfie stick for one-wheel journey streams? Doesn't DJI make a gimbal that works? I don't know if it's quite like a selfie stick. I think it's short, but you might be able to add an extension to it. Or DJI, I mean. I always say DJI by accident. Plug my phone back in before it dies. There we go. All right. I think for the most part, I'm going to be driving around here for a little while. Until this accumulates, if it accumulates. I have a feeling that when the sun goes down in a few hours, it'll accumulate a lot more. But for now, I think this might be it. Just leave. Right. Looks like it's accumulating a little bit now. Getting slushy. Well, gentlemen, I think that might be it for now. I think I might end the stream and we're going into standby. So I think I'll end the stream here. And, you know, if we start plowing again, I'll fire it back up. But I think for now, we're just going to hang tight. So, thank you, everyone. Appreciate you coming. Nice being able to do these mobile streams. This is kind of what I wanted to do. Too bad the storm isn't much, but it looks like the snow's picking up quite a bit. So, I'll click it back on when we start plowing. But, anyway, have a good rest of your day, guys.